I know this is the day before a big event, 2 days before a big event. So we'll get started. Great to see you. What's going on, guys? And what's up, Pam? Pam, when are you leaving?
I am leaving my house at 3 a.m. to
Oh my
get to
God.
on an airplane in Oakland
Wow.
by 6.
Wow. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Whew. I know
When do
that
you leave?
we're leaving our flights tomorrow to 2:30 afternoon. And
Really? And what
yeah,
time do you get in?
we'll get in at like 11, something.
Oh, you were one of those people Dan was talking about.
Yeah.
He said yesterday the people getting in after 8 o'clock. Yeah.
The one sneaking in.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
hey, I have two layovers, two plane changes. It's a 12 hours. I'll be there all day. I don't arrive until 6:45 p.m.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
Yes, but I'm
Oh,
happy to be coming.
it's going to be great. Absolutely. Well, hey, great to see you guys, Sean, Diane, what's going on? And apart from me was, whenever we have big events, I always debate, should we hold an event or not? And you know what? This is what I do know. Um, we have a thriving team right now that's like moving in so many cool directions, and I want all the excuses to meet with the team. So I'm excited to be here with you guys. And what I want to do, because um we're small enough where we can be interactive, right? We can't always be interactive on everything that we do. So if you don't mind, I'd love to just open this up actually. And I would want to be able to see, like, the goal that I have is when you leave this call today, did you leave better? Did you leave with clarity? Did you leave with confidence to be able to knock down the next direction on exactly what it is you need to do in your business to be able to move forward? All right. So in a bit, I'd love for you to, if you have any question or something you want to run by me, like we'll turn this as a coaching opportunity and we'll have some cool times together. So whether you put in the chat or you raise your hand or ask you to mute in a bit, that'll be great. But let me just paint some vision for now. Selvin, what's up? Jan, what's up? And Dory, great to see you as well too. What's going on? So obviously, what, less than 48 hours from now, much of the team is going to be in Destin, Florida, for not just any Connect event, but specifically, this is like a mini PXP. I know it's going to be so much fun for those going, and I know it's a burn for those not going as well too. I get the feeling on everything, but it's really significant because um, this is a different type of event. This is an event where I believe the things are going to be talked about there. There's a new product that's being launched. There's a new initiative that we are literally locking in right now for the team specifically that I can't wait to share. Those in the director lounge, by the way, if you're not a director, you want to set a goal to go director ASAP because we give extra training. We give you upfront in the news stuff that's going on. And yeah, we've been working left and right behind the scene to like put these things together. But our goal is to be able to finally unveil these things in the next coming days. And the things that we're going to talk about, where are we at right now? Where are you at? Where are we going? You're at the precipice of a company that's going to the billions of dollars. It is not there yet, right? Like the last 2 years, if you really think about it, I believe February 11th is the anniversary date of PartnerCo itself, which kind of crazy, right, Pam? Like that was like, I don't know, it kind of felt long but short. Diane, I remember we were out in Utah before it was even PartnerCo. Like some very small group went and we saw this whole thing put together. And now we look at where we're at now. And what I see that there is a company that has a rock solid foundation. It has the best of the best. Some things I want to share, some goodies. I don't know if you guys saw this, but they made an announcement that they've been updating the types of things that we have. Who here has used the share site before? Have you used the share site? Share.partner.co. This is also on our boards, by the way, under our important links. as well. So if you go to boards and you go to important links and resources, we put a lot of cool resources here, like the share site, like all of our landing pages on our wellness360.community pages. So all of our resources are there, but the share site has access to, the way I look at this is your billion-dollar brand like tool. And this is going to get uploaded with more and more and more. And in fact, today, they just unveiled some new slides that we're going to be using for presentations, which are like super way better than anything that we can put together, right? Who here's grateful that we have people behind the seat that really know how to make us look really good, right? So these guys know it. In fact, we had a meeting earlier this week with Mark Patterson, with the marketing team. We're actually collaborating with marketing on a major project right now. So let me just show you guys something. This is something you guys all have access to. So I think about Angela, she's about to do an in-person event. Like, you might want to grab these. Like, guys, just look at this. Like, look how good this looks. And what I want you to think is what you feel. And what I feel is a billion-dollar brand. What I feel is cutting edge. In fact, throw a word in the chat on, when you look at this, like, what comes to your mind on how this makes you feel. Like, these are awesome. I'm like, wow, just let me buy this now, type of a thing. Side note, I have to shout this out too. We're looking at the Slenderize slides. Did you know that 5 of the 8 testimonials on this slide deck are from our camp? Like, I know, so it's kind of cool how that works. Many of you have used their photos actually as well too. So you can take a look at that on your own hand. I know Stacy was just asking me for presentation slides. So Stacy, she's huge on branding, so you're going to want to use that one as well too. But that's in your share site. If you go to share and then you go to presentation, then you can find this information that's there, right? So all this types of stuff. We have a billion-dollar brand with a billion-dollar look behind it, with best comp plan, best everything. And what are the things that are missing? Okay. The things that are missing right now are, and this is what we're going to input to the next level, is we need to make sure that we have some very key drivers in the business and a game that is played that most people, when they lock into it, they're going to want to just shoot through everything. Okay. You will find out very soon, in the next couple of days, a massive, massive game we're going to introduce, an initiative we're going to introduce that I believe is solving a problem that's been there since the beginning that I've been with this compensation plan. And you know what's great? Even though it's something that can get better, everything we have has already been absolutely incredible. So can you imagine we add in just something more? We add in just a little bit extra, what that's going to do. We're going to take it from amazing to Eric Minter level cha-cha amazing. We add in just something more. We add in just a little bit extra. We have a lot that's going on here. Okay. So we have, oh, sorry. Lucia asked, what's the share site password? The share site password, just share. Okay, just share. So you want to make sure what's important for us then. You want to make sure that you are super fluid with your tools. You want to make sure you know exactly what the systems that we have in place are, so that the moment you have people coming in, I want you guys to envision this. Who here would love so many partners coming into your business that you don't even know who they are, right? It's like, where do these people come from? Guys, I'm telling you this. I remember when I got started in this profession, I remember how seemingly difficult it was to just get one person. Have you ever felt that way? It's like, am I the only crazy one? Like, I'm doing the do, I'm going to the thing. When's this? I know it's going to happen, but when's it going to happen? Like, when is that big breakthrough going to come? And I remember my mentor sharing with me stories of what happens when massive momentum comes. What happens when thousands of people join your business? And I wanted to believe it, but to be honest, I'm like, if it's this hard to get one, how do I get thousands? And the truth is this, if you keep on doing the daily do, like we're doing in our daily income producing activity calls, we have a business activity tracker, which you want to make sure you go through. If you keep on doing those daily do's, then it will compound, and it will compound something amazing. And just to share a personal testimony, this last year, we experienced that personally. In 1 month, there was a month last year in 2024 where our organization enrolled, get this, 6,000 new partners. I know, right? 6,000. Like, what is that? It's like, what? I don't even understand that. It's like, if God's not real, that definitely proves it to be, right? No, but it's important because when you have systems in place, and why do I bring this up? Because if you want something to scale like that, then you start solving and you start having different priorities, right? So if you want that, well, the question is this: if you had that right now, would you be ready to help them? Would you be ready to be able to help assist them? All right, no, this is within our personal organization, Pam. 6,000 are a personal organization. Yeah, I know. It's like, what? This 19-year-old broke college student that could barely get one person started, right? I'm just saying this, if it can happen for us, it can happen for you. And there's so many different successes that are in the team. But why is this important? Because I just want to promise you that the things that PartnerCo is going to continue to come out with, and the things that our team is going to continue to come out with, are just going to make your jobs a lot easier, and it's going to amplify what you have. But what I don't want to happen is for you to have so much growth where then you don't know what to do with it. It's kind of like there's this analogy of back in the day. I know many of you are taken right now, except Sean Nakamoto is single, ready to mingle. Just gotta, just gotta throw my brother a bone right there. All right. But anywho, everyone except for Sean, just kidding. There's some more of us. But imagine it's like if you've been waiting for your dream spouse and one day you finally met them. And you know what happens? Let's say you're not prepared. That day you didn't comb your hair. That day you didn't brush your teeth. That day you didn't put on your deodorant or whatever, right? And imagine you open your mouth, you got this really bad smell, and the potential spouse of your dreams is like turned off and does not give you a second chance. Stink breath. Exactly right. This business, I just want to let you know, every single one of you is this close to the next breakthrough. I believe I'm this close to the next breakthrough as well, too, right? We're like really right there. But it's having that spirit of expectancy to know. Now, what does expectant look like? Expectant means being overly prepared compared to what it is that you have right now in your business. Some of you are like, well, I just got started, James. Well, obviously, go through your lunch, by the way. If you haven't gone through the Alice onboarding, go through that so it can get you step by step by step, get the tools, right? But at the same time, start to really think like, can I imagine my people? Like, I want you to think if you had 6,000 people join you today, what would your next step be? What would your next step be? All right. For me now, I'm like, just go. I know in the boards, for example, I'm going to point them to the onboarding. I'm going to go into, I'll just show this real quick. Like, it makes it so simple now that I can actually onboard somebody no matter where they are in the world, and I can link them to something. So I'm going to go on to the proper folder in the Warrior Movement boards. So for example, I'm selling the Slenderx and Accelerate. I'm going to go to supporting customers and brand partners. I'm going to go to how to onboard a new brand partner. And for every single new person, I'm going to send them this message to make sure that they go through the onboarding, right? Are you prepared to take advantage of some fast growth right there? All right. So really think to yourself, am I using the systems in place? Am I leveraging them? Now do other things too. Like I love, for example, I just see Eric here, so I'm going to pick on Eric. Eric's like a genius at coming up with innovative, cool things, right? But it's because Eric's doing all the other things. And then he's like, what about this? And what about that? And what about that? So I just want to really egg on the importance of, is the things that we're doing systematic? Are the things that you're using, do you know where to point the tools to? Okay. For example, something I do want to share today, it's very important, is what do you think? What's one of the biggest first goals for a new partner to knock out in their first month? What is one of their target goals that we need to make sure that we can help to get them to? All right. Ultimate. Exactly. Yeah, get them paid for sure. And one way is locking in that ultimate, locking in that 30% for life. So how do you convey the value of going ultimate? Well, on our main machine website, if you go to wellness360.community/partner, our second video talks about the importance of going ultimate, right? Are people seeing these things? Are they aware of these things so that they can start to put these as goals, and we're driving towards those types of things? All right. You're going to want to really understand ultimate, by the way, and know how to leverage or at least point to it, because the things that are coming out, those that really drive ultimate into their teams and the importance of it, will win massively, massively. Like I'm telling you, it's going to be incredible. All right. So with that said, I just want to give you a little bit of a preface to give you a gauge on where we are right now as an organization. I love what Lindsay said on one of our IPA calls a couple of days ago. She said, this organization will be the #1 organization in the world. Why not? Right? I'm claiming that right there, right? Give me give me your hand raised, or put it me in the comments. You're like, yeah, I'm down for that, right? Let's receive that. We want everybody to rise with us. We want everybody to be able to experience that. And all we can do is we can give you and point you to the places, and then we're all running this thing together. So last point, and then I'll open up for some questions. This next phase of growth, the next 3 to 6 months, are going to be some of the wildest rides in your network marketing career. It's going to be some of the most fun. It's going to be some of the most interesting. Your life can literally teleport in the next 3 to 6 months and look completely different if you decide to play everything wisely. All right. So with that said, I know I'm preaching to the choir because you're here, but let me open this up, by the way. And is there any specific types of challenges or questions or things that you're going through that you feel, if you knew a good direction to come over? Who is Champion? Great to see you. Is that your actual name? I'm assuming it's not your name, but glad that you're here. But yeah, so with that, wouldn't it be awesome if his name is or her name? Oh, Adriana. Hey, what's up, Adriana? Awesome. She is living out the message. That's what I'm talking about. Renamed herself as Champion. You are a champion. All right. So yeah. So I just want this to be an open forum for you guys today and give you guys some spot specific things. But the question that I have for you is this: what is something that if you knew how to overcome, if you knew how to bulldoze through, could help change everything for you, or at least get you to the next step? Anyone can share. Pam, you're up first. What's up, Pam?
Yes. Hi. Okay. Hi. So now that we have been reaching out to 10 people a day, how do you segue them into sharing the business? Whether you know them or you don't know them, it doesn't really matter. It's like this huge list, and it's part of things that, yeah, my team's struggling with. So
got it. One of the best things, and it's in our business activity tracker, is use ChatGPT.
Oh, I do that all the time. But like, what exactly are we saying to for a conversion? Because he'll tweak what I say,
But
but
what you say is what the question just asked me. So ChatGPT, or didn't you name your ChatGPT something? Pam?
Yeah, I did.
What's your ChatGPT name?
I forgot, but I did name him.
I never.
I don't even remember.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just go to ChatGPT and let's open something up, right? You can literally, and I encourage and I'm telling you, one of the reasons why the team is going to be #1 is you cannot beat a team
Mhm.
that is leveraging AI versus one that is not. Because we have so much leverage on our side. So, for example, Pam, you asked the question, and I'd encourage everybody start playing around. Anytime you have a question, try to ask ChatGPT.
Mhm.
Um, help me transition some conversations with
Mhm.
new prospects I just connected with on Facebook.
Mhm. I never thought to ask that question, but
Right?
okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's literally the question you asked me. So I can drive
Yeah.
them to, do you want to look at the business or the product?
Well, both, of course, but I'll say product first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Body balancing drops.
Hmm.
And then the last conversation, did you just connect? Like they accepted your friend request, or like where was it at?
Oh, I was reaching out to them on their Facebook page, showing, giving, adding value to them. Yeah.
But you haven't had a private message with them yet, right?
No, some of them. Yes. The ones
Okay.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Let's just say
Mhm.
we haven't really had a personal conversation,
Mhm.
but I have connected with them on their Facebook feed. Give me some messages I can um, direct message them with. And let's just say, what's their name? Their name is
Lynn.
Lynn.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, do you think ChatGPT might be able to give us some direction here? Let's.
Yeah.
I actually don't. I haven't done it like this, so I'm curious. Let's see what happens. All right. Here are a few message variations you can use to transition the conversation with Lynn and Leader to check out the body balance drop. Naturally, since you've engaged with her on Facebook, haven't had a personal convo yet, these messages feel warm, natural, and not too salesy. Casual and curious approach. Hey, Lynn, I've been seeing your posts pop up. Love connecting with like-minded people. Quick question. Are you into health and wellness at all? Have you ever been on a journey to feel your best? I ask because I work with something that's been a game changer for a lot of people when it comes to balancing their body metabolism. Let me know if you're open to taking a look. Huh. So these are literally straight giving you invitations,
Mhm.
and it's giving you multiple approaches. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
This is cheat codes, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm like, wow.
Wow.
I said I'm firing my VA. Seriously, Amanda, especially, not all of us are great writers. So if you struggle with writing, use ChatGPT. You can just use the free version, it's fine. And just start talking with ChatGPT about these, especially these tactical things.
Mm.
I'm using it more and more for anytime I have here's a good paradigm for everyone.
Mm.
Treat ChatGPT like your personal
Yeah.
assistant.
Mhm.
And anytime you have a question, just go to it. And it just gets better and better and better. Like, wow. So 1, 2, 3, you just have 4 approaches here.
Oh my gosh. Can you
That's
you can you copy that and put it in
that was
the chat?
literally,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Going with your question, I think that's going to be a great teach. Because I
yeah.
see, yeah.
It can't fit there. I'll share it with you elsewhere. So
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
So crazy. So with that, yeah, Stacy did the whole roast thing. That was fun. Okay. So Pam, does that answer your question?
Yes, 160%. Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone here feel like you now feel more empowered to actually have some conversations knowing you could use something like that? Right. And like literally just ask it the question how you would ask someone else the question first. And what I would do is take that and then read it, right? And then review it. And it's going to help just teach you faster. And you might take that prompt, you might take that answer, and then you might submit it to someone and try it out. Now, will you do that right away? That was an invitation. So, Pam, maybe you might start a conversation first. And then you're like, okay, I have these invitations ready to go, and you can do that. I know. So awesome. Eva,
Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Hi. So with the chat GBT, did you let it know that it was for body balancing? Because it kind of reflected back to what we're
I
talking
said, yeah, in my prompt, I said my product body
my
balance.
product. Okay, that's a key word.
Yes, absolutely. So let it know exactly, give it some context that you think, and it's okay. You'll learn. I mean, that's not the best prompt in the world, but it's good enough. Like, that was amazing with the little that I fed it right there. So yeah, there are no excuses anymore to not know how to talk to somebody because ChatGPT could just give it to you. All right. So yeah, good question though, Pam. I think a lot of us got value out of that. All right. Next up, what's a thing, a barrier, a question that if you knocked out right now will empower you to take the next step even more boldly? I know. Yeah. Your situation. How do you reach out to your people in Mexico? Okay, not your, okay. And I changed my flag to Mexico, but my sister is in Mexico, still can't see your page. Are you able to mute yourself, Adriana? Feel free to mute yourself if you can. This way I can make sure I get your question correctly. I'll ask you to mute. Yeah, so, well, let me go through how the site works and how different markets work. Curious, does anyone here not know how to look at different markets on the website at all? Like, very, very cool that we have access to 50 markets, but we need to make sure we know how to have access to 50 markets, right? So with that, when you go onto the site, and I know we just got the new one, so we have to make sure that it does look a little bit different. But when you go onto this top right, this is on desktop. So you see it says English US. It'll look a little bit different on mobile. Then you can go here and you can go anywhere in the world that we're in. If you do not see a flag or the country in here, that means we don't do business there. So any time you have a question of, are we in blank country? Go to the flags, take a look at it and see. You know what's also cool? I just noticed this the other day. You can search for countries. This was not in the old sites. So you can be like, are we in Canada? Are we in, I don't know, Mexico? We absolutely are. So whether that is Adriana for your sister, I mean, she can go to the US market as well too. But yeah, she has her own account though. Let's see. Are you trying to have her buy from one of your accounts? Is that what it is? Let's see, change your flag, but your sister's in Mexico. Okay, so if your sister's in Mexico, then what you want to do on your end is when you're logged in, you want to switch the flag on your end to Mexico. Then you're going to make a link straight from your Mexico page. This way, when your sister opens it, it'll be in the Mexico market. And then it's connected to your account, if that makes sense at all. All right. So yeah, good question. Sean asked, help James, help me find the queen in 2025. Yes. Yes. You checked, Pam? You tried that? ChatGPT has some good results. Absolutely. Good. All right. Mr. Eric, I want to chat with you, my friend. Eric, Mr. Senior Vice President.
Yes, sir.
We need to get you to officer, man.
I'm working.
Yes. So do you
I'm
have
ready.
an idea and a concept of what that means or how to do it?
I'm looking at the 4-packs and the 10-packs. It's
Okay.
just a numbers game.
Perfect.
So that's my approach now.
Do you mind, and you can definitely say no to this, but I would love to walk through your tree and your office like with you a bit so we can strategize
Okay.
on how to go officer. Are you okay with that? Because that's public here.
Sure.
Okay. Sounds good. And I think it'll be helpful for everybody. All right. So who here, by the way, wants to see Eric Minter at least officer? And of course, Chairperson 5000, right? So appreciate it. So Eric, let me do this. I'm going to log into my office and then I'm going to go to your ID number real quick. So give me a second. All right. What is your ID number?
N 666 8026.
Perfect. Okay, sounds good.
I didn't like that 666. It tore me down for a little bit, and I cast it out.
There we go. It's all good in Jesus' name.
Right.
So let me take a look here. All right. So I'm going to take a look at 2 reports here. And Eric, we need to get you to officer ASAP. Number 1, Eric, have you been to the volume report before?
That was my question. That is my I don't get the reports and what some of the initials are and all of that. So that's
we came to the right day. So when I logged in, I went to the office and I went into my money and I went to volume. The reports I'm about to show you are the ones I use like volume I always use. Okay. The Bible says count the costs before you build the building. So we are getting our ducks in a row to understand where we stand and what we need. Second question, do you know off the top of your head what it takes to go officer? Like how many points do you need?
dollar wise,
Uh,
6,667 or
yeah,
13, 33, 34. Yeah.
Yep. So 6,667 points called a pay line volume is what that's called.
Right.
Next question is, do you know what pay line, and like these are really important for everyone because, and even if you don't know, Eric, I don't blame you because we're about to train this a lot more. So, but I'm curious where your understanding is at. Do you understand what a pay line volume means?
That is the line that I'm paid on.
Yeah, that is true. So essentially, kind of.
Okay.
We give some more details to it. Okay. So when anybody goes the first four titles in this compensation plan, team lead, senior team lead, supervisor, senior supervisor, you get paid, you get those promotions based on just your pay. It's called lifetime earnings. Okay. You sell 2 drops, you make $100, your team lead, for example, right? Once you get past senior supervisor and you hit manager, this is when the game changes and you play the real game, I'd call it. All right, this is the fun game now. This is where the money really starts to flow in. Okay. So once you go to manager, in order to achieve these titles, it takes what's called a 1-week pay line volume to achieve it. The easiest way to visualize this, there's nuances to this, but the easiest way is treat your business like a binary type of business. Now, if you're not familiar with compensation plans or what that means, we tell people build 2 teams, build 2 lines. Okay. You can build more. If you're at Ultimate, which you are, Eric, you can build more, but 2 is good to start with. So I'll give you an example. Let me cross-reference it with reports now. Your volume report will show you how many sales are actually coming in across all of your business. So here's your ID number. This is the week. The week simply correlates with, the weeks of this year. So we're on week number 6 right now. Top right, personal volume means any volume that you ordered from your own account. So if you went into your own shopping cart, you bought something, that's personal volume. Preferred customer volume is any preferred customer that either you sponsored or they have an account as a customer, and then they ordered this week. So you have 76 right now in this week. Question, Eric, did you sponsor a new customer this week? Do you know that top of your head?
Do not know.
All good.
I've had several that have said yes.
Yeah.
I'm playing catch up still.
Oh, good. It's a good problem to have. So basically, you have a sale somewhere. So it's either one of those people that said they're going to do it, or it's a residual customer, a return customer, which is pretty cool as well too. So you have 76 points of customers. Now, if you look down here, you see it says IP.line. Okay, IP.line. IP is income position. That's one of us. That's like our own business spot. Line is the team or the line that you're placing people on in relation to that position. If you see here, you have 2 lines that have sales volume on it. If you look all the way to the right, this is a total of all the volume that's there. So it says that right now, line 1 has 682 total sales volume. Line 2 has 200 total sales volume. You're building it like 2. Here's another report that you look at as well. You go to the reports, you go under My Business, and you go to Tree View. The tree view gives you your visual. Here's your tree. Looks nice. Congratulations, man. So, do you see how there's line 1 here? Everyone under here from Deborah down is considered, dang, oh my gosh, wow. Whew. Guys, can you guys tell Eric's been doing some work? He's been cha-chaing it and it's working. If you don't know what cha-cha is, come into our IPA calls. in the morning. You'll find out. Okay. Everyone under Shelly is your line 2. All volume that is done within either of those lines flow up 100%, and it accumulates so that you'll actually see these numbers. Okay. Any questions on anything I've said so far?
No.
Awesome. This is a comp plan, by the way. You get paid unlimited levels deep. There's some comp plans where, Eric, have you ever been involved in any comp plan where there's only certain levels and then you get?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
That kind of sucks because let's say you had me in your team and you only got paid like 7 levels and I was your level 10. You
Right.
make
0.
Yeah. This comp plan, I can be under level 1,000 and you're still going to get all that sales volume that rolls up to you. Okay. Now here's the cool part and some understanding of the pay line side. When you have these 2 lines, so imagine it's like a binary type of thing. There's one that has more volume. There's one that has less volume. The pay line is simply the line at that moment that has a lesser amount of volume. It's just a way to designate the smaller line. The bigger line is called the power line. These can flip-flop. It just depends on where the numbers are. So here's the question, Eric. Between your line 1 or your line 2, which one is your power line, meaning it's the bigger line?
Line 1.
Correct. Yep. And your line 1, to visualize it again, is everybody under Deborah and everyone here. Okay.
Okay.
That means your line 2 is your pay line. So what does it take to go officer? Here's the simplest way to visualize it. You want to have at least 6,667 points on your pay line in any one given week. You also, that means that your power line needs to be equal to, if not more, than that pay line as well. So both lines need to have that 6667. Okay. Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Awesome. So just start imagining that to be the case. Now we see, all right, well, where we stand. Well, our lines, I will call your business pretty even. Like you have similar volume on both sides. Okay. I believe your business is in a place, you have some people doing some things, but you're primarily the one driving the business right now, which you're doing amazing at. You're recruiting new people, you're enrolling new customers, you have some levels of duplication, some people doing some things. But would you say that you feel it's more of you are like the main driver right now in terms of your business?
Absolutely.
Which, by the way, is for probably most people on this line right now. Who here, by the way, put me in the comments if that's how you feel in your business right now. You're like, it's me. Like I'm like the one, like I'm like driving it. This is a very normal phase of business, and it can be irritating at times because you want to move so much faster, but it's a powerful place. There's a lot of learning lessons in there. But Eric, just knowing who you are, knowing how you are, you're highly skilled, you're very committed, you're super consistent, and you actually have a lot of people here. Like, and whether they're going to do something or not, we don't know. But there's numbers involved enough where I know that if you had these people that were here, well, there's possibilities that we can actually do something with them. All right. So let me take a look. All right, cool. I know where you're at. So you are in one of the lines that Lighty is building with as well too, which is cool. So what you're seeing is some of these people you've had, what's great is you got involved and then she has some people under you as well too. And some of them are doing something, some of them aren't. So here's some things I would prioritize. I'm just looking at your tree now. Do you see on this tree, some of the dots are green, like Jennifer, for example?
Right.
What green means is that means that they have placed a qualifying order. They placed at least 100 points within the last month.
Okay.
These are people that are purchasing. So whether you know them or not, this person, I can tell, Lighty sponsored this person. This person just ordered 100 points. They might just be a customer. I don't know. But if I'm in your shoes, something I might consider, you can go on this tree view, you know what's cool? You can actually find their information if they chose to place it there. So you might consider, and knowing how Lighty works, like she's just kind of like not, she's like hands off. But this is where your power comes in. You can come in, and my assignment for you, I would go through your tree, find everybody that has a green dot on it and reach out and introduce yourself. Like, hey, you probably don't know me. My name's Eric. I'm actually a senior vice president with Partner Co. I saw that you were using our products, and I wanted to come in, and I just wanted to offer my hand in assisting you in any way. How are you doing on the products? Just kind of start with that. Okay. And then see how it is. You just want to re-engage and connect. And then from there, you can gauge, are they just a customer? Or are some of them actually partners? Because what am I looking for? If you want to go officer, you can do it with your own bare hands. Like you can sell a 30 pack is 1,500 points, for example. If you get 4 30 packs sold on line 1 and 4 30 packs sold on line 2, you can go officer. If you sell 8 30 packs or 240 drops. Question though, Eric, as much as you love people, would you rather do that with the help of some other people as well too, rather than just by yourself?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's
Absolutely.
a lot of cha-cha,
Yeah.
So yeah. So what I'd be doing now is I look, low-hanging fruit. There are some people that are ordering. There are some people that are potentially able to connect. And I'll tell you this, one of the most powerful skill sets and one of my X factors that I've stood on through all these years is I know my level of support for somebody and my willingness to support them is way higher than most people. I know that if you work with me and you're serious, we're going to go places together. Okay. Quick story. I remember when we launched the company that came before Partner Co. and where the drops came from. There was a scenario I don't have many, but I had one. I had a gift from above. All right. So my upline, he was a recruiter. He hated training people though. Like he just was not a trainer. He's that type of person that just loves closing people. Some people are like that. That's great, right? But I'm more of the type that I love nurturing. And I love making sure that those that are involved, if they're willing, then I can serve and support. So he placed this person under me, but I ended up connecting and building a relationship. And together, as we built this out, that line led me to multiple officers, multiple senior officers, like many, many, many millions of dollars of sales. But it was because I was willing to connect and then offer some level of support, and that person was willing to run. And Eric, that's what I feel from your heart. I know you love people. I know you want to help them. So that's a place to be at. All right. So homework number 1, Eric, for you to set up for officer, start getting an assessment of who could be on board with you in building your business. Okay. From there, let me give you a quick visual on how to actually do officer. How do I get 7,000 points on both lines? That sounds like a lot. The easiest way to hit any promotion, and guys, if you don't know what officers, this is top 1%. This is $1,000 a week. This is like epic, okay? The easiest way is if you can help a number of people in your team get promoted too, okay? So let me give you some breakdowns. Let's say you have 6 managers hit in one line. So imagine you have your tree and you have 6 managers there. A manager is a 1-week pay line volume of 1,000. So 1,000 times 6 is 6,000. And then you'll have some other sales and things like that. Okay. So you can start envisioning, I need 6 managers on my line 1. I need 6 managers on my line 2. Another thing you can visualize. How about ultimate? Eric, how many points is one ultimate pack?
1,500.
Yeah, 1,500. So you know what you can also think? I need to help 4 people go ultimate on my line 1 and 4 go ultimate on my line 2. So it's achievement. You're like, who can I help? How can I help them? Okay. Here's some other things to break down. Director. Who here knows how much pay line volume a director needs to achieve? Throw it in the chat, or how many does a director need? Who's going to be first there? 2,000. Pam's got it. 2,000. All right. So if you have 2,000, imagine, Diane's like, dang it. My fingers were not fast enough. I got you too. Amanda, good job. So let's say 2000. Let's say you have 3 directors on your line 1 and 3 directors on your line 2. That's another way you can start thinking that could be like an officer. Let's go with one more. Vice president. How many points is a 1 week pay line volume for vice president? Anyone? I know. You got it. 3,000. Exactly. So let's say it's 2 vice presidents on your line 1 and 2 vice presidents on your line 2. That could get you to officer. Now, this is assuming they hit in the very same week and the volume comes in, but I'm giving you general things so you can start putting in your subconscious, okay, my game, if I want to go officer, is I want to hand off these other positions. I want to help more people achieve success in their business and go ultimate manager, director, vice president. And any mix of those on both of my teams, if I get enough of them, it's just going to be a matter of time that officer is achieved. And Eric, that's excluding your own personal sales. That's excluding your own personal enrollments. Obviously, you're going to keep on enrolling and everything like that as well too. But now there's a purpose to the enrolling. Okay. So this is what I think. Let's just use the manager one. We need 6 on your line 1 and 6 on your line 2. That means that we need at least 12 people to help. So the question I think is this, Eric, when I look at the business right now, do I have 6 people that I know would want to run on my line 1 and 6 people I know would want to run on my line 2? Probably, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, we're probably not sure exactly yet. Because now, I mean, today we just learned about the tree and today we just learned about these things, right? So right. I think right now that's like a question we need to answer. So that's why the first piece of homework is I got to go scout the land and go see who's down to play. They might already be in existence, maybe, or they might not. You know what that means? We just keep on now we're intentional about enrolling. Think about this. How powerful is your recruiting now? Eric, let's just say you choose the 2 vice president path. You're going to help 2 people go vice president. When you're enrolling me as a partner, in your subconscious, you might say this verbally or not, or at least how you feel. You're not just enrolling me to enroll me. You're not like, just get started, let's go. You're like, I am looking for my 2 people to get vice president. Do you want to be my next vice president? Wow. Do you see the difference? Right? You're like,
yeah,
sure,
yeah. Shut the front door.
Exactly. Guys, this is how I break down my goals. I have a personal God-sized goal. I have said this to John Wadsworth, and he said it publicly, so I have to do it. I have a goal of helping 100 people go officer this year. So that's when I see Eric. So Eric, you are on my goals list, bro. All right. But if I helped you go officer, are you willing to play this with me?
All day long.
Let's go.
All day long.
Let's go. All right. That's how the business works. That's how your title works. That's how anyone's titles works right there. And anyone here, by the way, you don't have to be an Eric Minter. You don't have to be a senior vice president to start thinking this way. But I'd encourage everybody. I'm just giving guys a little sneak peek. I'm going to cover this in a future training as well too very soon, because this language needs to be here. And Eric, this is what I'll say. I believe that you will be one of the first to go officer. I believe you can absolutely do it. I believe you give it a month. You're the type of person that if you have a goal, you have a target, you obsess about it. God moves things in crazy ways. He'll open up doors. He'll revive conversations. He'll help you filter things out. I believe within a month, it's absolutely doable for you to get there. There's just a couple stages now. We have to kind of see where we stand.
Right.
But very, very soon. All right.
Confirmation.
Let's go. Eric, thanks for letting us go and actually go through your office. I hope that's helpful for you. And I hope that's helpful for other people as well too. I know that's personal information, but hey, we're all learning and growing together with this. All right, guys. Great. So who here found this helpful today? Let's go. I'm grateful for you guys. We're going to see many of you in Destin very, very soon. It's going to be so much fun. Stay tuned. And just a reminder, tomorrow we have our IPA call and our Breakfast of Champions call. Then we have nothing until next Monday, and then we're back to normal schedule. But with that, Let's go crush it. We'll talk to you guys soon. All right, guys.